During the 1960s and 70s, India's agricultural productivity got a massive boost from the increased use in chemical fertilizers, pesticides, and high-yield seed.
This so-called green revolution did stave off a looming food crisis, but over the years these intensive techniques have polluted soils, damaged biodiversity, and left farmers with health problems and crippling debts.
I'm Russell Beard in Andhra Pradesh, southern India, where more than 1 million small farmers are transforming their environment and their fortunes by rejecting chemicals and working with nature rather than against it. Okay, so we're here with D.V. Raidu. He's the director of the community-managed sustainable agriculture program here in Andhra Pradesh.
Raidu's brought me to a cotton field where farmers have overused chemical pesticides and fertilizers.
In ecological terms, what's the damage of this approach to farming?
The soil has got a lot of biodiversity within itself. All of them will disappear when you overload it with only 1 or 2 kinds of chemicals.
I mean, you can see how hard this soil is. It's like, it's like cement, isn't it?
For plant, aeration is very important.
Soil should be teeming with life, and you're saying you're destroying the life, and without that life, you're destroying the actual structure of the soil as well.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And that's no good.
That's no good.
No.
It's a lose-lose game.
ఆడిని తెచ్చిపెట్టి 20,000 పెట్టుబడి పెడితే ఇప్పుడు 5-6 వేలు కూడా వచ్చేటట్లేవు 2 క్వింటాల కూడా వెళ్ళే పత్తి లేదు ఇప్పుడు
అంత బాగైతే పెట్టుబడి లోపటికే ఆయే
గోతులో పడ్డట్టే ఉంది సంసారమే భారం ఈ అప్పులకు ఈ పంటలకు చూసుకుంటే మాత్రం ఇక ఈ సంవత్సరం పోయినా వచ్చే సంవత్సరం అన్న వస్తదేమన్న ఆశ లేదప్ప ఇంకేముంటాయి సార్.
They are living on hope.
But since 1995, around 270,000 Indian farmers have given up hope and have committed suicide, often by drinking the toxic pesticides they use. Raidu is the chief proponent of a radically different way of growing crops, and his farm showcases the techniques that he hopes will be used across the state in decades to come.
Nature has been taking care of a lot of issues. The problem comes when you interfere too much. So leave them alone. You just watch.
I mean, this is... It looks very different to the soil in the cotton farm.
This is because of the kind of vegetation and approach we are having. Tomorrow you are going to see the farmer field school.
Okay, a farmer field school. I like the sound of that.
Yeah. Okay. You learn in the field. You don't learn in the classroom.
Funded by the Indian government, Raidu's organisation supports a growing network of women's self-help groups who are adopting these techniques and putting them into practice.
How many of the ladies used to have a farm that was very dependent on chemicals for pesticides and fertilizers? Can we show the hands?
ఒక సంవత్సరము మా దగ్గర 150 మంది, రెండో సంవత్సరము 180 మంది, మూడో సంవత్సరము ఇప్పుడు 250 మంది. రోజుకు మనుషులు పెరుగుతూనే ఉంటారు.
Since 2004, nearly 2 million farmers have embraced this nature-friendly model, and it all starts with getting to know your insects.
సో మనకందరికీ నేను డబ్బాలు ఇస్తా, డబ్బాలలో మనం అందరం కూర్చొని అవన్నీ తెచ్చి కూడా మనం ఇట్లనే కూర్చొని ఇట్లా గుండు కూర్చొని మనం ఇలా ఎన్ని మనకు పంటకు మేలు చేసే పురుగులు ఉన్నాయి, ఎన్ని పంటకు నష్టం చేసే పురుగులు ఉన్నాయి అనేది మనం అందరం ఇప్పుడు చూసుకోవాలి ఒకసారి.
As these women aren't using chemical pesticides, the beneficial bugs return to their field along with the pests.
Oh, amazing. Wow. We've got top of the class here. All right, come on. Show me. I've got none. But listen, this one, is it good? Okay, so this is a pest.
Yes.
By learning to identify both helpful and harmful insects, they can spot if pests are getting the upper hand and deal with any outbreaks quickly.
Okay, you're counting. Okay.
The women have identified a pest problem, so they're going to make a natural pesticide, which means picking up some supplies that you can't buy in the store.
We've come here with our containers to come and collect some of the magic ingredient for our pesticide. Hi. This is the stuff. This is why we're here.
ఇది ఇట్లా తీసుకుంటాం, ఇది ఇట్లా తీసుకొని పోసి ఉడకబెడతాం.
Do they think it's a bit crazy to be collecting cow urine and putting it on your food crops?
అన్నారు ఫస్ట్లో ఒకసారి అన్నారు, అని ఇప్పుడు అనకొచ్చింది కదా, పంట మంచిగా వచ్చింది కదా, అనకొచ్చింది ఇప్పుడు చేస్తుంది నాలేక.
Wow, this one's this is still warm. So we better head back there. We're gonna mix this up. I think they've been picking some neem, which is a highly prized tree around these parts. Right. We have the urine and the dung.
This process may be labor-intensive, but it's over 70% cheaper than using chemicals.
It's warm. There we go. Now, I hope you screwed the lid on there. I don't want to bend down and get a cow poo shower. All right. So what's the plan here? You're gonna... It's a bit windy. You don't want to spray upwind, man. Whoa. Okay.
The active ingredient in neem leaves is azadirachtin, which interferes with pests' growth without harming other wildlife.
I can hear the birds, and look at all the dragonflies flying around here. So you're really working with the whole system here.
పశువులు పిట్టెలు మనుషులు భూమి మేము అందరం
మంచిగా ఉంటాం
అన్ని మంచిగా ఉంటాయి
ఆరోగ్యంతో మంచిగా ఉంటాం.
This model of sustainable agriculture isn't just about spraying neem. It also includes using low-cost insect traps, combining mutually beneficial plants, and using natural fertilisers to improve the soil.
So we've seen how chemical-free farming can keep soils healthy and crops pest-free. But the red gram we were working on yesterday wasn't quite ready for harvest, so we've come across town to meet Nasima. Now, she's a rice farmer, and they're getting ready for harvest now. So we're going to give them a hand and see what all the hard work's been for. Namaste. All right, I feel very underdressed for this.
80% of Andhra Pradesh's cropped land is cultivated by small farmers like these, and over 10% is now being grown without chemical pesticides.
Man, this looks brilliant. I feel like I'm in a National Geographic magazine.
Rice harvest from farms using these techniques have kept up with those from conventional farms, and in some cases are much higher.
శుభకార్యానికి మనము బ్రేక్ చేస్తాము దీన్ని.
Today, Nasima harvested 7 kilograms more from a 5 square meter plot than her neighbour Swami.
22.4? Is that good? And these guys have just brought over some rice from the neighbouring field. This is all chemical farming, and you can see here it's an entirely different proposition. Look at that. I mean, the colour in the leaves and the grains of rice there, very different.
You can see more grains, here less grains, and the clump is, see, it's handful.
You've decided you're going to embrace this sustainable agriculture?
ఇప్పుడు నాకు ఈ క్రాప్ నుంచి చాలా మంచిగా అనిపించింది. నెక్స్ట్ టైము ఇట్లా ఈ పద్ధతిలో కాకుండా కెమికల్స్ వాడకుండా సో నాన్ కెమికల్ మన ఎన్పిఎం పద్ధతిలో రసాయనాలు కాకుండా చెట్ల మందులతోటి వాడినటువంటి పంట ఇట్లాంటివి చేస్తాను.
ఇప్పుడు మనము పంటకి పెక్కిన జీవామృతము ఆవు పేడ మట్టి అవన్నీ వేస్తాం కదా, అవన్నీ వేస్తే మా భూమి దిగుబడి మంచిగా వచ్చి ఇప్పుడు భూమికి భూసారం తగ్గదు.
Let us remember, do not forget that there are very empowered women who want to come out of poverty. They want to come out on their own, with their own energy and on this wisdom. That's it.